Welcome to Simply Debbie Sue's Southern Whispers. Step into a world where front porches hold secrets, faith carries folks through the hardest days, and the mountains whisper stories only the heart can hear. I invite you into tender moments, gentle humor, and the kind of Southern warmth that feels just like home. Welcome back, friends, for another story. This story is just a little shorter than normal, but as always, there's big lessons tucked inside. So let's get into the introduction of this week's story. Every now and then, the good Lord sends us a reminder that life doesn't always follow the neat little lines we draw in our planners. Sometimes it gallops off like a runaway horse, and sometimes it just flutters away like paper in the wind. Either way, He has a way of turning our stumbles into stories worth telling. This is one of those stories, a little funny, a little sweet, and a whole lot true of Southern living. This week's story is called Bless Her Plans. Down in Maple Bend, where the porch swings creak like they're whispering secrets, and the sweet tea is strong enough to fix most of life's problems, Mary Alice woke up one Tuesday with a fire in her spirit. "This is it," she declared to her cat, Magnolia Pearl. "Today I get my life together." Magnolia Pearl blinked once, which Mary Alice took as full support. She marched herself to the Piggly Wiggly, bought a brand new planner with gold full pages, 3 highlighters in sunrise, honeysuckle, and bless your heart pink, and a cinnamon roll so big it needed its own zip code. She strutted home like a girl on a mission. Settling onto her porch swing, she opened that planner with the reverence of someone about to rewrite her destiny. She wrote, "New Life Plan" at the top of the first page, underlined it twice, and took a deep breath. That's when the wind, the same wind that never shows up when you're sweating through your blouse in July, came burling through like it had been waiting for this moment all year. It snatched that planner right out of her hands. "Oh, no, you don't," Mary Alice hollered, leaping off the swing like a startled goat. The planner tumbled across the yard, flipping pages like it was auditioning for a dramatic role. Mary Alice tore after it, barefoot, hair flying, highlighters tucked under her arm like emergency supplies. She lunged. She missed. She lunged again. She missed again. Then she tripped over her garden gnome, a ceramic fellow named Buford, who had been leaning suspiciously to the left for months, and went tumbling headfirst into her azalea bushes. Magnolia Pearl sat on the porch rail, tail flicking, clearly judging. Mary Alice sat up slowly, leaves in her hair, one sandal missing, and her dignity somewhere near the mailbox. She looked up at the sky like she expected an explanation. And then she started laughing. Not a polite giggle, not a ladylike chuckle. A full-on, belly-shaking, tear-streaming laugh that echoed down Maple Bend. The neighbor's hound joined in with a howl, which only made her laugh harder. When she finally caught her breath, she spotted the planter resting peacefully against the bird bath, like it had simply needed a moment to think about its life's choices. She picked it up, brushed off the dirt, and whispered, "All right, Lord, I hear you." Maybe she didn't need to plan every second. Maybe she didn't need to have it all figured out. Maybe, just maybe, the good Lord was reminding her that life is less about perfect plans and more about showing up, trying again, and laughing when you land in the azaleas. She tucked the planter under her arm, scooped up a Magnolia Pearl, and headed inside for a fresh start, and the rest of that cinnamon roll. So the reflection of this story is, sometimes we think getting our lives together means color coding every moment and mapping out every mile. But the truth is, life has a holy way of blowing our plans right out of our hands. And when it does, we get to choose frustration or faith, embarrassment or joy, panic or peace. The Lord doesn't ask us to be perfect planners, just willing participants. He meets us in the mess, the laughter, the unexpected detours, and yes, even in the azalea bushes. So if your plans go flying today, don't fret. Chase them if you must, laugh when you fall, and trust that God can grow something beautiful right where you land. May these stories that I have written wrap around you like a well-loved quilt. May they remind you that God is near, hope is steady, and joy often comes softly, like a whisper on a southern breeze.